Welcome to the fiery world of the Sagittarius, the archer of the zodiac. Born of a mutable quality, ruled by Jupiter, Sagittarians are born between November 22nd and December 21st. Sagittarians are known for being generous, idealistic, they have great sense of humor, they love freedom and travel. Okay, enough of that. When it comes to Sagittarians, I think of brotherly love. Sagittarians are they're the social butterflies to the Gemini. They're very extrovert, optimistic, enthusiastic. They love change. A Sagittarian will move probably over 20 times in its lifetime. Probably every 2 or 3 years, a Sagittarian is changing its environment because it got bored. So there you have it. There is nothing that a Sagittarian say it will do that it does not do. They will accomplish every goal set, regardless if you believe in them or not. That's not their business. They have a goal, it's getting accomplished. They're known as the philosophers of the zodiac, being ruled by Jupiter. They're spoiled, astrologically that is, because Jupiter is the ruler of luck. So Sagittarians are known for being extremely lucky in life. That could be their reason for wanting to move around so much, because they kind of know things are just going to work out for them. So that's that. Sagittarians are known for being super honest, but they can be shy creatures. It could take a while to get to know a Sagittarius, only because they're not going to open up to you. Like, remember, they're a part of the fire nation: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I always thought of, because I do have a sibling who's a Sagittarius, I always thought of the Sagittarius as literally the little brother to the Aries, who's just looking up at his little brother like, I'm gonna be just like you when I grow up. Because outside of being outspoken with their ego and their self-righteousness and their self-importance, they share the same qualities. Like, Sagittarius has no patience. Like, they wait for no one. They cling on to no one. They no one can hold them down either. Like, if a Sagittarius falls in love and stays with you, you're lucky. It's similar to the Aries. Like, they don't stick around that much. Jay-Z is a Sagittarius, and if you remember the beginning of his career, he vowed that no woman could tie him down. So you kind of get the big picture of a Sagittarius if you've never had an archer in your life. My little brother is a Sagittarius, and they can't help it. Like, there's something about their aura that's just so magnetizing, and yet they stay I'm telling you, something about the Sagittarius and the Aries resonate similarly. Like, they're so much alike that it's funny. They're alike but different. Sagittarius, they're more reserved with their emotions. They're more reserved with the way that the world sees them is important to them. They really care about their public persona. They don't go out of their way to draw scenes to themselves. Like, they're pretty much like, remember that big social zodiac party we're having? They're the cool guy who, if he comes and asks you to dance, say yes. That's the Sagittarius, because he will be looking at you from across the room all night and probably will not ask you to dance. But if he does, say yes, because he will never ask you to dance again. That's Sagittarius. Like, they don't try to be that Mr. Cool. They're just born Mr. Cool. And that's who they are. So we all just have to deal with it, you know. Has friends, they you will never laugh as much in your entire existence as much as you will laugh around a Sagittarius. They are some of the funniest people. The warmth of their heart, I was going to say the warmiest. The warmth of their heart is just ridiculous. Like, they are ever giving, ever loving, such amazing leaders of the world. And it takes knowing a Sagittarius to appreciate a Sagittarius. Don't just know them as a fan. You know, you got to know them as like a sibling, a best friend. You will be tooting their horns too. Like, they're amazing creatures. When it comes to career, anything that involves moving, traveling, for example, in the artistic world, being an artist, being an athlete, being a trader, someone who imports and exports, being a photographer, which would require lots of anything that revolves around traveling will make a Sagittarius happy. They are great salespeople. I'm pretty sure back in the days when in the 40s and 50s, the most milkmen were probably Sagittarius. Like, they are really great with moving around, getting around. They love to travel. Regarding career, regarding money, they spend more than they make. That's the only thing about the Sagittarius. They will spend more money than they make. If you and we're going to cover this in more detail, but if you have a Sagittarius in your life, or if you are interested in a Sagittarius, don't be a Taurus, because Taurus like to conserve their money, where Sagittarius will spend it. They like to spend their money. Like I was saying before at the beginning, when I ran my natal chart, I got to know the confusion of who I am more, because I have a lot of contradicting zodiac signs in my natal chart, and they are under contradicting planets. Like, they're being ruled by contradicting planets, and I used to like kind of fault myself a lot for things until I ran my natal chart, and I was like, oh, I'm just playing out what's playing out in the stars. Interesting. I need to fix this. And I just started working on myself. But I have high Sagittarius in my natal chart. And yes, where parts of me will say conserve the money, the Sagittarius fiery energy comes, and before I can blink, guess what? The money was spent. And that is Sagittarius. That is the beautiful, ever traveling philosopher, Mr. Cool. He doesn't try to be Mr. Cool or Mrs. Cool. She doesn't try to be Mrs. Cool. She just is. She can't help it. She's cool like that. That is Sagittarius. And we are going into the grounded world of Capricorn.